Simm Industries, a revolutionized company built from the ground up into a reputable business. Founded by Sir William Simm, Simm Industries is the next big thing across the house. It has not only made countless profits, but has also improved the house in so many ways. When I founded Simm Industries, I never knew it would get this big. I had hoped for it, of course, like every boy with a dream does. But for it to come to life like this, it's a whole other level. I just hope it can make a difference. Since the Great War, people's lives have been ruined. People have been forced out of their homes, and some have had to move out of the house altogether. This was all due to lack of funds and resources coming through the government. Sir William Simm had a vision to create a scientific research company that would revolutionize the way we live. Now, several projects funded by Simm himself have come to fruition and created thousands of jobs for people all over the house. More money is being given to the economy than ever before, and it's all thanks to Mr. Simm's ingenious ideas. Science is a wonderful thing, and there is so much of it all around us. The way we understand things will be changed forever. I will make discoveries, and we will use the research from those to keep our economy going. The war may have affected us, but now is our chance to improve. That's why we're starting with the Mad Titan himself and putting our money and resources into studying just what powers he had. He promised and delivered. Thousands of people have been allowed back into their homes, and more places around the house are becoming hospitable by the day. Unfortunately, Sir William became ill a few years ago and had to pass the business down to his son, Mr. Jonathan Simm, who has taken it in his stride. Now, the business is stronger than ever, with new goals to find and preserve the ancient treasures around the house, and also to solve the mystery of this unknown deadly virus in the marsh caused by the war and find a cure to it. We can be rest assured that the house is in safe hands once again.
Marion, my dear, what a pleasure. Now, do you have what I asked for?
Yep. Was a real tricky one to get my hands on, though.
Oh, yes? Well, I hope the adventure wasn't too bad.
The adventure was great, but I ran into a pesky treasure hunter. Strange man, but also kind of charming.
Oh, right. A treasure hunter, you say? What was his name?
You know, I didn't actually bother to ask.
I see. Well, if you could give us any information you can on him, that would be great.
Why, you hunt treasure hunters or something?
No, silly. We just have to make sure we protect our treasures here, you see. If you remember anything, just let me know, okay?
Sure, no problem.
Right. I'll go put this away in the treasury for later.
Got anything else for me to go and find?
Not for now, my dear. So take the day off. Can't imagine how exhausted you must be.
Yeah, treasure hunting really does take it out of you. A bourbon, please, mate. Make it a big one.
Coming right up, love.
You following me around or something, love?
Or if I have to plead, or if I have to fight, or
Jesus,
if I
it's me,
have to
Marion, alright?
bleed,
Come on, let me go.
if I tell lies,
Rick, what are you doing
or
here?
if I speak the truth,
How are you, darling?
tell me, baby, what
Oh man, it's good to see you. How are you holding up?
Oh, not too bad. Just popping up here and there. How have you been since our last encounter?
Yeah, I've been great, thanks. I still can't believe you got that treasure. I should have gotten there first.
Yeah, well, you snooze, you lose.
So, any more treasure hunts for you?
No, not at the moment. I wanted to talk to you about something, though.
Sure, what's up?
Well, you know the last treasure we chased each other for?
Yeah, the golden goose?
Right. Well, I don't know why, but it's gone missing.
What do you mean? It's in the treasury, right?
Right. At least that's what Mr. Simm tells us.
What are you trying to say, Rick?
Well, I can't be sure, but I think Mr. Simm is doing something dodgy with those treasures we keep stealing.
Like what? Selling them off?
Yeah.
Alright, so what if he does sell the odd one or two? Everyone has to earn a bit extra per month. I know we're meant to preserve the treasures, but it's harmless if he sells the odd one, isn't it?
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe he's up to something.
What are you talking about? We've been working for him for years. If anything was suspicious, I'm sure we would have known about it.
Not if he's covering it up. I did some digging, and I found these files. These files included all the basics, transactions, payments, but there was one thing that didn't make sense. A secret file, meant for his eyes only.
And what's that? Monster Maker? Seriously?
Read it.
But it says here that he used some secret virus that lives in the marsh to experiment on people, giving them the virus and seeing what happens.
Right. It looks like he found this virus in the marsh outside, and has been using the profits from the treasure to fund his research. He's been using people as lab rats, giving them the virus and seeing what happens to them. Now supposedly, this virus turns them into some kind of monster, with abilities. Now according to this file, he's got a secret lab somewhere he's conducting these experiments, and believes that this virus grants people with unique abilities.
But that's illegal and dangerous. He's taking people's lives.
Exactly. You're the only one I trust with this, Marion.
How come you're doing all of this? What's in it for you to rat him out? We'd lose all of our jobs.
Maybe because I served, and since I served in the war, I've wanted to do something good. I thought preserving ancient artifacts would be it, but this is wrong. And if anyone can stop this, then it has to be me. Because I only want to do what's good for the people. People don't deserve this.
This does look dodgy. Alright, well, let's say it's all true. What do you want me to do about it? Where do we go from here?
We pretend like everything is normal for now. Go about your day like normal. But at the same time, we try to find evidence. We find the secret lab, find out what he's doing down there, and we stop him.
Right, okay. If this works, we'll lose everything.
And if it fails, innocent people die.
We could die.
That's a risk I'm willing to take, and have been for my whole life. What about you? How is the monster-making business of yours going, my son?
Quite well, Father. We have enough of the virus now to create more than 10 living monsters.
Excellent.
Have you eaten?
Does it look like I have?
I'm sorry, Father. I'll get you something now.
Son, before you go, you do know why making those monsters is so important, don't you?
Of course I do.
Well?
To make the world a better place.
It's not just that, boy. Before your mother passed, I promised her a life without suffering. I promised her a life without sickness, without illnesses like cancer. It was the last promise I made to her before it took her away from me.
I know, Dad.
If you can make these unhuman beings correctly, you will create a new species. A species without suffering, without cancer. A world where your mother would still be...
Dad?
A world where your mother would still be alive.
I know. I'll do it. I swear. Whatever it takes.
Okay, so these are the building plans for Simm Industries. If this is true, I'm gonna feel like shit about what I've done.
We didn't know any better until now. Trust me, you've got nothing to regret.
I still found those treasures. I still helped John make his monsters. And all for what? So I can stay alive? Afford to keep my home? Yeah, 'cause I'm a good guy.
You are. Don't hold yourself accountable for the things he's doing. This had nothing to do with us until now. Stop putting yourself down like this.
Why did you tell me anyway? You could have told anyone working there. Why me?
Because you're the one I trust the most.
Thanks.
Why? Would you rather I didn't tell you?
No, I'm glad you did. I'd rather know than still be blindly working for him.
We are still working for him, until we can put a stop to this. He can't know we're on to him.
Right, yeah. Sorry. I forgot.
It looks like this room was left empty when John Simm's dad moved his company in. If the secret lab is going to be anywhere, it's there.
Okay, then that's where we'll look tomorrow. How are we gonna get in there?
It looks like it's sealed off behind another room. Wait, that's the treasury.
So it's in there?
Looks like it.
If it's sealed off from behind there, how do we get in?
Well, John has a cleaner going every day at 9 a.m. sharp to clean all his trophies. If one of us can pretend to be them, while the other keeps John occupied, then we can slip in and get to the lab without anyone noticing.
What do we do when we get in there?
We see what's there, and if it's real bad, destroy it. Destroy everything in there.
What if there's someone in there? Someone innocent?
We get them out into safety.
According to this, there's only one way in and one way out, so it'd be impossible to sneak someone out of there unnoticed.
That's a good point. What if there was potentially a door out of the building via that lab?
What makes you think that?
Well, look, it's on the edge of the building. There's no rooms surrounding it. I bet you anything there's a door leading out of there.
It's worth a shot. What if I get stuck? Seriously?
Seriously, these people mean business. So do we.
Okay, I guess. Are you sure about this, Rick? We could get hurt. Or worse.
We'll be fine. It's funny, because ever since I served, I've been looking for something good to do, you know? And I think this is it.
We're not heroes, Rick. That's not how the world works.
I know, but it still makes me sleep better at night. Speaking of, we better hit the sack. Got a big day ahead of us tomorrow. Night, Marion.
Night, Rick.
You should have stopped going on like a little bitch! No! Jack, don't, please! I've had enough of your moaning, you stupid bitch! Day in, day out, I work to feed and provide for you, and you give me nothing back!
While there is still no word on a cure for the virus, government officials report the virus is not airborne, but can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent, and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House spokesman declined to comment on whether or not this was a terrorist attack. Due to the violent nature of the ones infected, the virus is spreading rapidly. Government officials are reporting that there is no known cure for the virus, and is urging citizens to stay in their homes and avoid contact. Citizens are also urged to lock and barricade all doors, windows, and any other point of entry. Riots nationwide are prompting local governments to declare martial law. The president is asking that citizens find safety every day.
Tomorrow, Mum, we'll be one step closer to victory. Just one more monster. That's all we need.
Ah, Mr. Simm, I have those developments you asked for.
Good. Well, are they sustainable?
Unfortunately not. It would seem the virus, or infection, whatever you will call it, has completely changed the molecular structure of an entire body.
What do you mean?
It's turned her completely into stone.
Impressive, but strange. The wings?
They grew overnight, sir. I don't know why. She's unlike the rest of them. She's
Special. Can she speak? Can she see us? Can she hear?
That's the thing, sir. All her vitals are still functioning normally somehow. So presumably, yes, she can. Apart from speak, her mouth is set in stone with the rest of her body. Only her insides are functioning.
I'll call her Angel.
Is this a success for you, Mr. Simm?
It's merely a fascinating development. Something that has never been seen before. A first in the scientific industry. We are the first to discover this virus, and the first to use it for such things. Every new piece of information aids us in completing our mission.
Could you remind me what that mission is, sir?
To make everyone immortal, of course.
But this angel isn't key to making people immortal. It's a failure for that.
It is a discovery! That is all what matters, Dr. Radcliffe. Do your work without further question. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Any other updates?
All other subjects passed. Their bodies couldn't survive the mutation process, sir.
Oh well, another death is another life saved, right?
Right. Oh, and there was something else, sir. I noticed an explorer of yours was having a dig through your files yesterday afternoon, and I think he might be onto us.
How?
He used one of your senior members' ID cards to access your files on record. I saw it log in on my screen, and I assumed it was you, but then they started digging through everything, and printed everything off. Seemed suspicious to me.
Yes, indeed it does, and it should have been the first bloody thing you said to me!
Oh, sir, please, I thought you wanted to know about the monsters first!
You put this whole operation in jeopardy! Stop being a little bitch and get yourself together, old man! You still have work to do. I'll deal with this. Well, there you are.
Morning.
Hey,
Did you sleep well?
I slept okay, thanks.
Okay. I didn't snore, did I?
No, you didn't. I'm just worried about today, that's all.
Look, as long as we have each other's back, we'll be fine. I promise.
I know.
Alright then. You ready?
Let's do this.
Okay, here we go. Hiya, John. Got any new treasures for me to find today?
Ah, Rick. Good to see you. How are you this morning?
Not bad, thanks. And you?
I'm okay, thank you. I'm afraid there are no more treasures to find at the moment, but I could use your help with something else. In my office?
Hey, I'll take this for you. Have a break.
But this isn't your job.
I know, love, but I've got nothing better to do.
No mission today?
No, and personally, I can't stay still for too long. So I thought I'd help out somewhere else, so I'd be more than happy to help you.
Yeah, alright. I could do with a break anyway. Cheers! Sir, there's something I need to discuss with you first.
What is it?
What the hell?
This is test subject number 42. I injected the chemical virus into his body, and at first, it seemed to work. His body started mutating, evolving into something stronger than a human. No! No! But, like all the others, the subject died. It seems like their bodies are resisting the change, the mutation, and giving up trying to evolve. The chemical acts as a mutagenic agent, physically altering the DNA. For some people, it works. Their body accepts the change and fully mutates. For the others, it just fails. I still need to study it more to truly understand where it comes from. I'm grateful to Mr. Simm for providing me with the materials and resources to study this. Whatever it is a scientific discovery unlike any other. It worked! We have our first monster! Mr. Simm will be happy. I'm not sure why he wants me to do this. He just said it was for his mother. Anyway, our first monster is called Bane. I figured, instead of trying to merge it with their DNA, why not manufacture it instead, to temporarily inject the host with a chemical, giving them abnormal abilities. I worked hard all day and all night to get it working, and finally it has paid off. I might even get a bonus from Mr. Simm to help me and my family out. We need all the help we can get nowadays. Ever since the war, things haven't been the same. More people than ever have been living in poverty, struggling. I'm just lucky Mr. Simm gave me this opportunity. Testing the strength and durability now.
He's strong. You'll be my personal guard. Prep him.
Yes, sir! I was able to create a sustainable amount of the chemical by watering it down a little bit, and we tested it. We figured the best way, well, I figured the best way to give people the virus was through temporary injections, making it last only a little while, giving them strength and durability throughout that time, and not killing them. I call it venom. It shouldn't have any bad side effects. You see, I figured it out. The virus isn't actually a virus. It's a form of life, living in the marsh. It seems like it was created from pure energy somehow, but I'm still working that part out. But that's where I went from. If pure energy could create something like this, with these mutagenic properties, what else could we achieve? It's time for me to tell the truth. My virus injection idea turned wrong. Bane has become addicted to the stuff and refuses to be off of it. I'm surprised. Somehow his body has become accustomed to the chemical, and instead of killing him like the others, it's transformed him. He's become a true monster. He kills because he enjoys it, and John lets him. Just last week, an employee went to leave Simm Industries for another job, and Bane, he ripped his spine out of his back. But he didn't stop there. He then proceeded to ram it up his arse. He's sick, and I created him. This has all led me to think that John might be using this work, my research, for other means, which is why I have to be honest with everyone. I know what I'm doing here is wrong. I'm not an idiot. John came to me last year with a proposition. He had found a virus in the marsh and had heard of someone who got infected by it. They survived, but became a monster. The first ever monster born from the marsh. Werewolf. He was fascinating. John knew he couldn't work it out on his own, however, so he employed me. Offered me hundreds of pounds per month, just to look at this thing and try to recreate it. He only ever told me it was for his mother. I just accepted it and got on with the work. I didn't need convincing at the time. I was desperate. Me and my family were nearly kicked out of our home, so we needed the money. So I worked. And I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I had to. For them. Anyway, as I studied the werewolf, I discovered something out of this world. A new chemical virus that contained mutagenic abilities. As soon as we knew this, John wanted me to make more monsters based from his DNA. So we did. We experimented and experimented, subject after subject, trying to give them abilities so humans could evolve and survive basic illnesses, such as cancer. It was going to be a cure for humanity. Of course. Not all of the monsters survived the process. I have done wrong things, and just by recording all this, I am giving myself up too, as well as John, but I have to. My family may never understand it, but I have to take him down, once and for all. I don't know when I'll do it, but I will. John has been running this operation for long enough. It's time to stop. Now you know. You shouldn't be down here.
I'm sorry, sir. I accidentally stumbled into the wrong...
Save it. It's alright. I'm in on it too. Rick had a plan. He just didn't tell me you were part of it.
Wait. Rick got you in on it too? Of course. Makes sense. The recordings?
That was a last-minute resort, in case the plan didn't work.
Rick sent me down here to destroy the lab. What did he get you to do?
He gave me the tools to do it with.
Right. Let's get on with it then.
Well, don't worry, Rick. We'll find whoever this was and make them pay.
Good. I don't know why anyone would do that to you. I mean, sneaking through your files. What do you think they're planning?
No idea. Whatever it is, they won't get away with it. That bastard will pay. Big time.
Yeah. What do you mean by pay exactly?
Have you met my friend Bane?
No. I don't think I have.
Oh, well, he's a bit like you, dedicated to the cause. You know why I have to hunt the treasures, right?
To build an army of enhanced soldiers to protect the house, right?
Right. Only, that's what everyone else thinks.
I beg your pardon?
Well, it's a cover-up. The real reason I'm making them.
Okay, so why are you making enhanced soldiers?
Not so much soldiers, more like monsters.
Yes, sir.
Bane. This is Rick. Rick, this is Bane.
Hello?
Hi. I am creating monsters because I want to create a new species, free of illness and sickness. See, my father promised my dead mother, ever since she died, that he would prevent anyone else from dying from cancer, as she did.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So, he created a virus, a chemical agent that could give people abilities. He created it in a lab, He was a bioscientist, you see. I was never into that sort of thing myself, but he loved it. After the war, he discovered a new form of energy from these. He stole it from the dead body of Thanos. He experimented with them and discovered they could create anything he wanted. He called this infinite energy. So he created this chemical agent with mutagenic abilities, but he couldn't use it himself, as technically that would be illegal. So he had to make it look natural by putting it in the marsh and pretending to discover it himself. But by that time, he had grown too old, and it was time for me to take over the family business, to finish his work in creating a species without disease. He left it to me, and it was the perfect way to make it look natural. I pretended to discover a virus in the marsh and got to work. I employed Dr. Radcliffe, the best scientist in the house after my father. He helped me use the virus. Of course, I had to let him discover what it was for himself. He helped me create the perfect monsters. And now the mutagens have mutated the human body in extraordinary ways. Ways that would tackle common diseases and keep them alive forever. He helped give Bane his powers too.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because you were the best treasure hunter. You deserve to know before you die.
Sorry?
Stop pretending. I know who you are, Rick. Or should I say, Cobra. Ooh, cat's got your tongue? I'll tell you what. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you, just for fun.
You should. Because if you let me go, I will stop you. I can't believe your dad created the virus. We all thought it was natural, born in the marsh. You convinced everyone that the monsters were to protect us, but you're gonna turn everyone into them, aren't you?
A man has to make a change. If he doesn't, what will become of us? We can no longer live in the sufferings of man. We have to evolve, and I will finish my father's work no matter what.
I don't know about that.
What's going on? What did you do?
I destroyed your little project.
You bastard! Bane? Bane! Fine. I'll have to kill you myself. Ah!
Go, I'll take care of Bane.
But Dr. Radcliffe, if you stay, you'll die.
Just go.
I'm going to crush your puny head under my boot.
Out of all of my creations, you were the worst.
I will create the cure to humanity. I will.
No! Thanks! Don't mention it! You? What are you?
But you...
Sorry, hun. Can't stick around.
That selfish prick!
You've outdone yourself this time, you bitch.
One day I'm going to get you, you arsehole.
There won't be another day. Fire! I hope you're not busy this month, because we're going to have to rebuild everything.
Yes, sir.
Who did this to you, my monster?
I can't remember.
It must have been that bitch, Marion. Don't worry, monster. You'll have the chance to kill her. Cobra's mine.
Breaking news! Since recent reports from an unknown source uncovered that Simm Industries have been selling the ancient treasures from the house to other houses to make their own profits, to make monsters, people are beginning to believe the treasure preservation was all a big scandal to cover up his monster-making hobby. People are also confused as to why a reputable company would stoop so low as to experiment and create these monsters. Well, after we went to find out more, Jonathan Simm himself came out with a statement. urging people to calm themselves down and be rest assured it was not illegal. He admitted they have indeed been making monsters, but for a new way to protect the house. He explained that since the Great War, we have struggled, and we struggled to fight back. Since Thanos was from another world, it was nearly impossible for us to win. But we did. But only just. He explained his father wanted to study Thanos' powers in the virus in the marsh and learn how to overcome them, and that the virus in the marsh had something to do with this. While the profits from the treasures are going to their business accounts, they are apparently using the funds to create a new army, better than the soldiers who fought. He claims we need monsters to fight back against monsters. Could this be true? We don't know. People were of course offended by John's statement, claiming he didn't respect the soldiers who fought in the war. However, these people who were angry at him were soon pinned down as John told them to relax in an online statement, which said, "While we appreciate the valiant soldiers who gave their lives for this house, we need a stronger, more sustainable army for future wars. You have to ask yourself this very simple question. What do we need to fight a monster? A monster itself. And the virus in the marsh is the key to achieving this. This is what my father started, and what I shall finish." While this sounds different, there's also a hint of promise in his words, as he understands the true threat of otherworldly beings. After Thanos, who knows what will come next? And people are starting to understand his logic. Maybe a better army is what's needed for this house. We'll have more news on this for you soon. Now, on to the weather, with Rickshaw.
So what now?
Now, we go our separate ways, Marion.
Why? We need to stick together, right? Get Radcliffe out of there.
We can't risk it again, Marion. Radcliffe's gone. I'm sorry. I promise, I won't let this go. Not until John pays for what he did.
I still can't believe he put the virus there in the first place.
I know. I need to finish this alone, with an old friend of mine. You go home. Be with your family. They need you.
I don't have a family.
Well, just go somewhere, far away from me, so you're safe. I'll only get you killed. I'm sorry, Marion, but this is how it has to be.
I understand. What will you tell this old friend of yours?
I won't tell him everything, because if I do, he could get killed. I don't know. I'll just make something up, I guess.
Good luck, Rick.
Thanks. Good luck to you too, Marion. Hello?
Hey, just a second, I'll be with you in a minute.
Pilot, it's me.
Cobra, that really you, but I thought you were...
Dead? No. After my plane crashed, I was able to climb out. I won't be long. Wait here.
I ain't going nowhere.
Going somewhere? Cobra?
I'm not afraid of you, John.
You should be. I've been waiting a long time for this. What I don't understand is why you wouldn't tell your best friend everything that you know. Why hide the truth from him?
I'm sparing him, because the truth would trap him in all of this too. This is my mess. I need to fix it, not him.
I see. Are you sparing him or lying to him?
Shut up and die!
This will be magnificent. All this time, all this hassle you've caused me, now I get to finish it once and for all. You tried to do the right thing, to serve your country, but in the end, you failed. And now no one will pick up from where you left. No one will stop me after you're gone. I want you to die with that thought.
You!
No more thoughts, thank you.
Cobra! 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 Cobra!
Hey lady, I never got your name. Do you mind telling me?
What does it matter? Why did you steal this back? You let me have it.
I just want to know your name. Please?
Not until you explain why you... Oh, hang on. Is that why you stole it?
You can either tell me, or I could steal something more precious to you.
My name is Marion, and you are?
Indiana Jones, at your service. So, you work for Simm Industries, huh?
Worked. Not anymore.
Let me guess, you didn't buy his whole making enhanced soldiers for war bullshit either?
No, I didn't actually. Is that why you stole the Grail in the first place? To prevent him from getting it?
Not just that, but that's part of it. He's got his grubby little hands on every other treasure in this house to pay for a silly monster-making project. Got everyone fooled, making him think it's for the good.
Apart from you.
I don't know, I just didn't buy it. He's too professional looking, you know? He doesn't seem like a decent dude to me anyway. So yeah, I've been going after them too.
He knows about you. I told him about you before I left.
I hope you said something nice.
I told him you were a filthy little treasure hunter.
Okay, it's along the right lines, I guess. So why did you leave?
I was doing the wrong thing for the wrong people. Like you said, he's bad. Now I can't do anything to stop him.
Look, I'm getting myself into tight spots all the time searching for these treasures. How would you like to help me? I could do with a partner.
You want me going gallivanting around the world with you finding historic treasures? Escaping narrow death and saving your arse?
No one said anything about you saving my ass. But the rest, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Could do with a hobby. Plus, might be fun.
Brilliant. You and I, Marion, we're gonna make a great team.
Yeah, I just want to do something that will make a change. But first, you gotta tell me, why are you finding treasures? What's your deal?
Well, it all started with my dad. He had a map of all these treasures that he wanted to find, and were important to him. I know that because the map was with him when he was murdered, so they must have meant something to him.
I see. So you're picking up the trail?
Whatever it is, it got him killed. I don't know who, why, or how, but together, we can find out.
Yeah, we will. I should have told him. I should have said something about the march before he went. But he had left, said some nasty things, and I was angry, so I left him to it. What he is now is all my fault. If I had mentioned that the treasure his dad was looking for was a virus, maybe he wouldn't have gone.
What? Didn't you mention it all those years you knew him?
The more I got to know him, the more we traveled the world together. I forgot about what happened.
You knew Cobra all this time, and all the Radcliffe? We worked together to try and take down John, but it didn't work. He rebelled, and now he has an army.
I'm sorry I didn't mention it before. I should have said something when you told me about your history with Cobra, but I didn't want to upset you more. He knew in the end he needed his old buddy to fight with him. And that was you. He trusted you the most.
It's okay, he was hero to the end. Served his country even after the war. Where he is now, may he rest in peace.
Right now, it's still kind of chilly out there, temperatures staying in the high 40s. Tomorrow's forecast will be in the 60s, the beaches staying around 62. Downtown LA, expect a high of 65, and the valleys will reach 69 in some areas. Low coastal clouds will be rolling in later tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night's lows in the 50s, cool and breezy through Wednesday with a chance of rain on Thursday.